Imagine something so massive, so unimaginably large, that if it replaced our sun right now, every single planet in our solar system, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, every single one of them would be swallowed whole, not destroyed. Swallowed, gone, without a trace. And here's the part that'll properly do your head in, mate. This thing actually exists. Right now. It is out there. And it is 40 billion times bigger than our sun. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not rounding up. That is the actual, verified, peer-reviewed number from scientists who dedicated their careers to measuring this thing. And today, we're going to break down exactly what that means and why it should absolutely terrify you. But before we go any further, if you're into space, science, and the kind of facts that make you question everything you thought you knew about the universe, hit that subscribe button right now, mate. We put out videos just like this every single week, right here from Australia. All right, let's get into it. First things first, most of us have heard the term black hole, but heaps of people still have a pretty fuzzy idea of what it actually is. So let's sort that out quickly. A black hole is a region in space where gravity is so insanely strong that nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, can escape from it. Not dust, not gas, not light itself. Once something crosses the boundary, which scientists call the event horizon, it is gone forever. No signal, no light, no information ever comes back out. Now, most black holes form when massive stars die. They collapse under their own gravity and boom. Black hole. Our sun, for example, will never become one. It's not big enough. But stars that are around 20 to 25 times more massive than the sun, when they die, they leave behind a black hole. These are called stellar black holes, and they're typically between 5 and 100 times the mass of the sun. Pretty wild, right? But here's the thing. They are the small ones. They are the ones we're not worried about today, because sitting at the center of most large galaxies, including our own Milky Way, are what scientists call supermassive black holes. And the name is not an exaggeration. These things are millions, sometimes billions of times more massive than our sun. The black hole at the center of our Milky Way, called Sagittarius A star, is about 4 million times the mass of the sun. 4 million. That sounds absolutely enormous, right? And it is. But mate, compared to what we're talking about today, Sagittarius A star is a drop in the ocean. In 2019, scientists did something that was genuinely considered impossible just a few years earlier. They took a photograph, an actual photograph, of a black hole for the very first time in human history. And the black hole they photographed sits inside a galaxy called Messier 87, roughly 55 million light-years from Earth. You've seen that image, the glowing orange ring with a dark shadow in the middle. It was everywhere. And when you look at it, when you actually stop and think about what you're looking at, it is one of the most mind-bending things ever captured by human technology. That dark circle, that's the shadow of the event horizon. That's the point of no return. Now, the black hole inside Messier 87, the one in that famous photo, has a mass of 6.5 billion suns. 6.5 billion. That is already so far beyond human comprehension that most people just kind of nod and move on without really processing it. But here's where it gets absolutely unreal, because that is not the biggest one we've found. Not even close, mate. In a galaxy called Home 15A, located about 700 million light-years from Earth, scientists have measured a black hole with a mass of roughly 40 billion suns. 40 billion. Let me put that into some kind of perspective for you, because the number alone just doesn't do it justice. The event horizon of this black hole, the boundary around it, the point of no return, is so wide that light traveling at 300,000 kilometers per second would take roughly 230 hours just to cross it. That's nearly 10 days, traveling at the speed of light, just to get from one side of its shadow to the other. To put it another way, the entire orbit of Pluto around our sun, the outermost edge of our solar system, it would fit inside this black hole's event horizon with room to spare. Our entire solar system, inside the shadow, gone. Now here's the part that I want you to sit with for a second, because we haven't even gotten to the most unsettling bit yet. This black hole, This thing that's already 40 billion times the mass of our sun is still growing. Black holes grow in two main ways. First, they consume surrounding matter, gas, dust, stars that get too close. The region around a supermassive black hole is called an accretion disk, and it's basically a swirling storm of superheated material being dragged in, heating up to millions of degrees as it spirals toward the event horizon. Some of this material falls in, the black hole gets bigger. Second, black holes merge. When two galaxies collide, and galaxies collide all the time, by the way, it's actually quite common on cosmic timescales, the black holes at their centers eventually find each other. They orbit each other for millions of years, slowly spiraling inward until they merge into one. And when that happens, the resulting black hole is more massive than both of them combined. Scientists believe that Holm 15A's monster black hole likely got this large through exactly this process, repeated mergers over billions of years. Galaxy after galaxy consumed. Black hole after black hole merged. Each one making it bigger. Each one making it hungrier. All right, I can already hear some of you asking, are we safe? Should we actually be worried about this thing? And the honest answer is, no, we're dead set fine, mate. Holm 15. A is 700 million light-years away. That is so incomprehensibly far that it poses absolutely zero threat to Earth. Zero. Even the black hole at the center of our own Milky Way, Sagittarius, a star, which is a mere 26,000 light-years away, poses no danger to us. It's not actively consuming large amounts of material right now. And even if it were, we are so far from the galactic center that we'd be completely unaffected. But here's what I want you to think about. The fact that something this large exists at all, 40 billion solar masses, sitting there in the dark, quietly growing, tells us something profound about the scale of the universe. We are not living in a small, cozy little cosmos. We are living in something vast and violent and ancient beyond anything our brains were built to comprehend. And that, mate, is what makes astronomy so extraordinary. Every time we point our telescopes a little further into the dark, we find something that rewrites what we thought we knew. A black hole 40 billion times the size of our sun wasn't in anyone's textbook 50 years ago. Now it's a photograph on a hard drive somewhere in Germany. What else is out there waiting to be found? Honestly, I reckon we've barely scratched the surface. If you want to find out, subscribe to the channel, mate. We're just getting started. And if this video did your head in even a little bit, do us a favor and hit the like button. It helps heaps more people find us. I'll see you in the next one.